My name is Rayan Kassem and I'm from Lebanon. I'm an environmental scientist and a youth advocate trying to mobilize youth to tackle the climate crisis. I'm the regional director for West Asia at a youth-led NGO called Youth for Nature. I'm also the regional youth focal point for the Middle East and North Africa in support to the United Nations Food Systems Summit 21. Also, I'm involved in a campaign called Real Food Systems, and I'm also one of the national coordinators for the Lebanese Youth Biodiversity Network. The achievement I'm most proud of is my publication that I published about the water consumption of different diets in Denmark. And that's what led me into food systems and thinking in a holistic approach about food systems and where our food comes from and what our food affects in terms of natural resources. My typical day at work involves a lot of outreach, partnerships, and networking, emails, drafting, executing projects, such as a podcast that I host with Youth for Nature about youth priorities in the Middle East and the nature and climate space. My dream is that we can achieve social justice in the region where I am from, like for example, political disputes, militarization, armed conflict, lack of public services, lack of employment opportunities, because that will enable us to focus on the climate and achieve climate justice. I worry that political disputes and the lack of decision-making in the region will hinder the progress me and other youth are trying to do. The food system challenge in Lebanon is mainly the high dependence on import of food products. High prices hinder the ability of citizens to buy food and their access to food. At first, I thought that food systems are only one of the highest emitters of greenhouse gases. But then I realized that food systems also include food justice, it also includes farmers' rights, human rights, and it also includes access to food, also includes environmental aspects of the food systems. That is why it is important to tackle food systems, because it encompasses a lot of aspects. The pledge is a way for all the youth to come together regarding the solutions and challenges that they want for food systems. And when youth come together, that enables them to put pressure on decision makers on a global level and also on a regional level. My calls to actions are: number one, stop the Band-Aid solutions. Number two, provide social and economic incentives to shift to sustainable diets at the consumer and producer level. And number three is to protect food security from militarization, economic sanctions, and political disputes. Number four is to promote nature-based solutions as a means for food security. And lastly, it's to prioritize planetary boundaries over maximizing production efficiency. A meal that makes me happy is generally seafood, but I also enjoy our Lebanese cuisine that I will show you in a bit.